tomorrow. But then looking ahead to the rest of the week, that's when we are counting on a little bit of a more wintry-like change. So on Wednesday, we have falling temperatures in your forecast. By Thursday, we're expected to see highs right around 27 degrees or so. And then going into this upcoming weekend, it's going to get very chilly. We're talking highs in the 20s on Saturday, but teens expected for highs on Sunday for that Bears game. Temperatures currently sitting in the upper 30s to low 40s. Here's where we're headed over the next few hours. A lot of us are dropping down to the mid 30s, and then we're going to hold rather steady during the overnight. I'll have your full forecast coming up.
All right. Thank you, Emily.
A little bit of an advantage because the Bears, we're used to the cold, right? We're used to that here in Chicago, and it is going to be cold on Sunday. And maybe the LA team there isn't going to be so used to the cold temperatures. We're talking high temperatures that are only going to be in the upper teens to near 20 degrees next Sunday. Wind chill temperatures very easily going to be holding near zero. So it's going to be a very, very cold game next Sunday. Your temperatures right now, though, not so bad. A lot of us are sitting in the upper 30s to low 40s. Here's where we're headed throughout the evening. You'll notice that temps are going to take a little bit of a dip here. So I think by about 9, 10 p.m. or so, a lot of us are going to be in the mid 30s by this point, but then we're going to hold rather steady throughout the remainder of the overnight. So then by 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, a lot of us are waking up in the mid to upper 30s. There's a very small chance that we could be seeing a stray sprinkle in the morning. Most areas end up staying dry. And then take a look at temperatures going into the afternoon. So tomorrow afternoon, we're counting on highs that are going to be right around 50 degrees, increasing cloud cover then going into the evening. And then looking ahead to the rest of the week, that's going to bring on some much more winter-like changes. So we have lake effect snow in your forecast for Wednesday night into Thursday, and then a couple additional systems that are going to be swinging through. So your 5-day forecast, 50 degrees tomorrow, partly cloudy skies during the afternoon, 38 on Wednesday, falling temps going into the afternoon, lake effect snow Wednesday night into Thursday, mainly impacting northwest Indiana. And then we're going to have a dusting of snow being possible on Friday and then again on Saturday. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Emily. Still to come, the Justice Department opens a criminal investigation into the federal...
is going to be making a return here over the next couple of days, and that's going to linger right on into this upcoming weekend. In fact, Sunday's game is looking very, very cold. We're counting on high temperatures on Sunday that are only going to be in the upper teens to near 20 degrees. And it could be coming along with a couple snow flurries as well. But before we can even get there, we have several opportunities for some showers. Showers possible tomorrow, but most areas end up staying dry. And then after that, it's all snow shower chances going into the second half of the week. Today, we had temperatures in the 40s. Tonight, we're only dropping down into the mid 30s for a lot of us. So it's going to stay fairly comfortable going throughout the overnight. Your 3-day forecast tomorrow, 50. We're going to see our skies becoming partly cloudy during the afternoon. Then on Wednesday into Thursday, we have a lake effect that is likely going to be impacting northwest Indiana. Back to you.
All right.
30s to low 40s. So we're still very mild out there, but it is a little gusty at times. So we've got kind of a strong wind out of the southwest. That's going to continue through tonight and then into our day tomorrow as well. In fact, tomorrow, I wouldn't be surprised if we're seeing winds gusting as high as close to 40 miles per hour. But with that said, it's going to be really mild tomorrow. So those west-southwesterly winds are going to be bringing in a warmer air mass out ahead of our next storm system that's going to move through, bringing a big cool down for us by Wednesday into Thursday. So tomorrow, we're counting on highs right around 50. We're going to be in the upper 30s for your highs on Wednesday. And I think that temperature is likely going to be in the morning before we drop into the low 30s during the day. And then on Thursday, your highs are only expected to be in the 20s. We're likely going to see a lake effect event unfolding for northwest Indiana. Exactly the placement of that band is still yet to be determined. So make sure if you have plans to be traveling, if you live in northwest Indiana, Porter, LaPorte County areas, I think we're going to have to watch this very closely Wednesday night into Thursday. And then Friday and Saturday, we're still kind of locked into winter mode. We're counting on temperatures that are going to be in the 20s and 30s. And then looking beyond that, it's going to get even colder going into early next week. So this is your temperature outlook from the 18th through the 22nd, which happens to be Sunday through Thursday of next week. And our area is strongly favored to see below average conditions. So the first half of this month so far has really been on the milder side, but I think we're going to start to see things changing up, especially beginning later this week and then likely lasting into next week too. Futurecast taking us into early tomorrow morning. We're going to see things clouding over early in the morning, especially across the northeast, but then throughout the day, I think a lot of us are actually going to be enjoying partly cloudy skies before increasing cloud cover again Tuesday night and then into Wednesday, because we have that cold front coming through. Temperatures are going to begin to drop. We'll have those wind-whipped snow showers and then lake effect setting up Wednesday night and into Thursday. So that's the time frame that we're really going to have to watch. For tonight, 34, way above average for this time of the year. Your average low is in the upper teens. 7-day forecast near 50 degrees tomorrow. Skies are going to become partly cloudy. Then we have lake effect possible Wednesday night into Thursday. Friday and Saturday, we still have a couple systems that are going to be coming through. And then for the Bears game on Sunday, we are planning on highs that are only in the teens. We'll be right back. We're 40s, and typically for this time of the year, your average highs are in the lower 30s. So we came in about 10 degrees above that today. And tomorrow, we're counting on high temperatures that are going to be around 50 degrees. So very warm, almost spring-like tomorrow. And then we start to see some changes. The rest of the week's going to be in the 20s and 30s. And then looking ahead to that Bears game on Sunday, it is going to get very cold. We're talking highs that are only going to be in the upper teens to near 20 degrees. Wind chill temperatures could be close to 0. So it's definitely going to be a very cold game on Sunday. For right now, we're in the mid to upper 30s, and we're only going to drop a few more degrees tonight. So a lot of us are going to find our lows in the low to mid 30s. In the meantime, we're looking at temperatures dropping down to about 36 degrees by 10 p.m. We also have several chances of snow in your forecast this week. Those details coming up.
Thank you, Emily.
Temperatures that are only in the upper teens to near 20 degrees. But maybe it'll play in our favor. You know, maybe the folks from LA aren't so used to it like we are here in the Chicago area, but it's going to be a very cold game, and wind chill temperatures very easily could be pretty close to 0. Your temperatures right now, not so bad, sitting in the mid to upper 30s. Typically for this time of the year, your average high is right around the freezing mark. So we are well above that today. Many of us saw our highs in the low 40s. And here's where we're headed over the next few hours. So I think by 9, 10 p.m. or so, many of us are going to be in the mid 30s, and then temperatures are going to stay steady going throughout the overnight. So we're waking up tomorrow kind of getting a head start to that warmth. And tomorrow's highs are going to be even warmer than what we had today. We're counting on temperatures warming up to near 50 degrees, although it is going to be very gusty tomorrow. We're going to have wind gusts out of the west-southwest, possibly about as high as about 40 miles per hour. So your 5-day forecast here, 50 degrees tomorrow, 38 expected on Wednesday. Wednesday, we're going to have scattered snow showers, and then lake effect snow is likely going to be developing over northwest Indiana Wednesday into Thursday. Temperatures later this week going to bounce back and forth between the 20s and 30s. Breeze tomorrow. It's going to be feeling like spring, and we're going to have a little bit of sunshine out there too. So tomorrow looks lovely, but then later this week, we're looking at several chances of snow. So temperatures are going to take a dive toward the middle of this week. Wednesday into Thursday, we're going to be in the 20s and 30s, staying in the 20s and 30s going into this upcoming weekend, and we're going to have multiple systems rolling through. But the one that I'm a little more concerned about is going to be the lake effect snow event that could be unfolding for northwest Indiana Wednesday night into early Thursday. Exact placement, we still have to figure out where that's going to be based on the wind direction, the exact wind direction. But for those of you in northwest Indiana, or for those of you maybe planning to travel through Wednesday night to Thursday, we could be seeing some localized heavy snow. Right now, we have temperatures of 39 degrees, only dropping down into the mid-30s tonight, so it's not going to be all that chilly. Then tomorrow, we're up to near 50. Skies are going to become partly cloudy. Wednesday, scattered wind-whipped snow showers. It's going to be gusty on Wednesday as well, highs near 38. And then we are dropping into the 20s, with most areas becoming partly cloudy during the day. That could be the story through tonight and into our day tomorrow as well. But the wind direction really is key, because we're tapping into that warmer air out of the south. So with those gusty southwesterly winds, that's going to keep temperatures here tonight and tomorrow very, very mild. In fact, tomorrow we're expected to see our highs right around 50 degrees. And then we start to see some changes. So starting on Wednesday, we're going to see our temperatures dropping into the 30s. And then the rest of this week, we're just bouncing back and forth between the 20s and 30s. Now, looking ahead to this weekend and next week, this is your temperature outlook from the 18th through the 22nd. So that's Sunday through Thursday of next week. And you can see that we're strongly favored here to see below average conditions. So it's been a fairly mild start to your January, but it's looking like we're going to see a little bit of a pattern flip-flop here, beginning late this week and then at least lasting through most of next week as well. Satellite and radar, things are rather quiet, no precipitation to be concerned about. In fact, a lot of us enjoyed a lot of sunshine today. Right now we have some higher level clouds that have been building into the region, but we're going to stay dry tonight. We'll have those southwesterly winds becoming west southwesterly tomorrow. And then tomorrow morning, temperatures are actually going to be pretty mild. I think we're starting off in the mid 30s, getting a jump start start to that warmth. And if you're thinking, okay, mid-30s, that's not all that warm. Well, it is when you're talking about lows, because your average low temperature for this time of January actually sits in the upper teens. So we're going to be way above that tomorrow morning. Then through the day tomorrow, we'll have a little bit of cloud cover here or there, but I still think most of the day is going to be partly cloudy, so a decent amount of sunshine. Highs are going to be right around 50. Cold front's going to come through Tuesday night. That's setting us up for a colder Wednesday. We're going to have some wind-whipped snow showers. We're going to have very gusty winds on Wednesday. So brief reductions in visibility certainly going to be possible on Wednesday during the day. Then Wednesday night into Thursday, we're going to see a lake effect event likely unfolding for parts of northwest Indiana. For tonight, 34 degrees. We'll have 5 to 15 mile per hour winds, becoming even gustier tomorrow. 50 degrees tomorrow, 38 degrees, and then falling temps on Wednesday, lake effect snow Wednesday into Thursday, and then a couple more systems coming through Friday and Saturday before we get very cold for that Bears game on Sunday. Back to you.